Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. St. James Municipal Cop and relative shot dead. A police officer of the St. James Municipal Corporation and his male relative were cut down in a hail of bullets while they were driving to work on Friday morning. Police reports are that about 8 a.m., the municipal cop was driving his motor car with his relative as passenger on the Friendship Main Road in St. James when gunshots were heard. The police were summoned, and upon their arrival, the gunshot-wounded bodies of the two were seen slumped in a car. 2 dead, 1 injured in Clarendon crash. 2 men are dead and a third hospitalized after a collision between 2 motorcyclists along the Haynes Main Road in Clarendon yesterday morning. One of the men has been identified as Ryan McGaw, a security guard from Spanish Town in St. Catherine. The other is Delroy Pearson, better known as Mataron, a resident of Top Hill in Haynes, Clarendon. According to the police, both motorcyclists were traveling in opposite directions along the Haynes Main Road near Jamaica at about 6:10 a.m. when they collided. Person's uncle, Anthony King, said his nephew left home early this morning to conduct business before he went to work. So, by him left out within an hour, me get a call say he meeting a accident up here. So all me do, I come and consider the 2 dead bodies on the road. Him and the next man who crashed together, he said. His cousin, who was a passenger on the bike, remains in hospital. We don't know who is wrong. All me get to understand say is a carman caused the accident, but him no stop, King stated. Man in custody in relation to murder of Jezariah Tyrrell. The police have arrested a man who is believed to be involved in the killing of 10-year-old Jezariah Tyrrell on Wildman Street in Kingston on Thursday. Tyrrell and her family were attacked as they slept. The police say the suspect will be interviewed on Monday, January 3rd, 2022, in the presence of his attorney.
So there are some guys who we have interest in that are connected to these 2 gangs. We would have recognized that many of these people who are at war are related, family members. And some of the issues have been deep-seated, meaning that they are stretching all the way back over probably 4 decades. And there seems to be no end. From generation to generation, they keep warring against each other, warring against each other. So these groups are now fighting. And the latest of which is little Jezariah, who would have lost her life recently. And we have seen no action from the residents, as if to say they were perturbed by that sort of violence that is impacting even the very young within the community. We have not seen that. So, we are here, and we are going to call out those that we believe. Ryan Baker, OC Bribery. You are needed by the Kingston Central Police. Tyrone Blair, OC T-Bone. Yes.
And I want the family of these people who their name will be called to listen. I want the girlfriend, mother's cousin, and brother to carry the news to them. That is not because Mr. Phoenix a call out the name and Mr. McGregor want them. So we want them to turn up to the station. All right. Go on, Mr. Phoenix.
All right. Siobhan Mitchell, OC Pele. He's of 19 Smith Lane. Howard Hill, OC Spanky, 28 James Street. Vivian Tucker, Jesus. Everybody know him, 25 Smith Lane. Frederick Walters, OC Junior, 48 Wildman Street. He's wanted, properly wanted. Devian Baker, OC Biggie, 4 Beeston Street. Omar Troop. Everybody know him as Bigger. Shavan James, OC Bobo. Winston Dunkley, OC Sharpman. Those particular persons are of interest to the Kingston Central Police as we speak. because we believe that they are actively involved and perpetuating the level of violence that we are seeing in the community. And we wish to speak to them to find out what is happening in this space and how we can put a stoppage to it. When I do my work, I don't do my work with borders in mind. I do my work with a division in mind. Yes. And whosoever and wherever you are, I don't care whose house you're in, whether it's in the member of parliament or whether it's in the councillor's house, I'll be coming for you once I have the information.
As I say, my name is Steve Orville McGregor. I am the operations officer for Era 4. But more specifically, I represent an era in the Kingston Central Division where it had worked and worked well. That is between 2010 to 2013. And as I've always said when I speak to you here, it worked because the people worked with the police. As the good lady who prayed said, the police cannot do it on their own. The police cannot do it by themselves. It is for the citizens of Rose Garden, spoilers, call it as you may, have to work with the police, have to hand over the responsibility of dealing with crime and violence to the police. The men that are in your community who say them are hold the ear cannot protect you. And you know I've always said this, they cannot protect you for two salient reasons. When they do any kind of killing, they will have to be running from the other side, and most importantly, they will have to be running from the police. So how will they protect you? You have done nothing to anybody, you are not hiding from anybody, so you're vulnerable. You leave reactive policing to the police. I've told you that the police will be in the place from the last time. Just a couple of days ago at Rum Lane, the police had contact with some of the criminals. They fired upon the police and the police fired at them. It will get worse if they continue to engage with the police. And as Brother have said, they want their fry, round robin. You're not going to get any of that. And you know me, stay ready. If there's crime and violence in your place, you won't get any kind of gathering, because that is recipe for action to take place. So even though this is New Year's Eve, don't even think about having any kind of gathering within this local. Not going to happen. I'll tell you that I will be in the place from this evening until tomorrow. And we are not going to go into the new year with what is happening in this community. It is going to change. And it is going to change from this afternoon. When the operations officer speaks and he calls out the name of the people who I want to see me, they will have to turn up at Central where Mr. Williams is. And when I say Williams, I mean the superintendent in charge, not the MP. We're going to want to see the people who we think can assist us with the crime and violence in the place. And if we leave from where we are and come here and tell you, say we want to see you, we expect that you will turn up. Because then we will have to come looking for you. It is going to change. It is going to change. We're not going into the new year with what is happening in this community. And I love to issue warning before. Because, you know, one of my hallmarks is that I will get what I say done. You understand? You know me for that. And I'll be working alongside Mr. William, Mr. Felix, and their team to change the complexion. Not only up here, so. Because if down the south side is giving us a whole heap of problem now, Fleet Street and them places. So Kingston Central is hot. They're not going into the new year with it like this. It has to change. And the change is going to start with you working with us. You working with us. One of the greatest deterrents of crime is when the guys in the community feel that the people are fed up with them They are no longer with them. They are afraid of that than the police. They are afraid of that more than the police. When them say, "Una no ina with them ina," so we have to take ourselves from them. That is how we have to make this thing change. You remember them used to say, "We take the people them from them." That's how it happened. Mr. Williams is going to get the people to confident him that way. I am going to guide him along that line so him get it going. He will have to be in the streets day to day. He will have to keep meetings like this. I will come with him to work it so he get to know the people and the people get to know him so that they can confident him going forward. That is how we're going to do it. It is not easy, people. So don't think so it's a magic wand. We're going to wave. Because a magic wand can't wave to solve crime and violence in the country. Much less Rose Gardens Park. So it is a challenge to manage it, but we are going to make it work in the spoilers community.
Decomposing body found in Rio Grande. The police in Portland are probing a suspected case of drowning after the decomposing body of a man was found floating in the Rio Grande on Thursday. The deceased is believed to be a man who went missing last week. The partially nude body was discovered by a raft captain. The body was then placed on a raft and subsequently removed to the morgue as part of the police investigation. Investigators are now awaiting results of DNA testing to identify the man as well as an autopsy to determine the cause of death. Construction worker released from jail in time for New Year. A construction worker who spent the past 10 days in custody without charge says he is grateful to be out in time to ring in the new year with his family. 22-year-old Christopher Johnson was detained by the police on December 20th, was being held at the Bull Bay Police Lockup in St. Andrew. He was never charged. On December 29, attorney at law Courtney Foster made an application in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court for Johnson's immediate release from custody. The matter was adjourned until yesterday, and Foster told the court that the police had repeatedly stated that they intend to conduct an interview with Johnson, but to date, there was not one done. The judge on Friday ordered that Johnson be charged by 4 p.m. or be released from custody. After his release, Johnson said it was disappointing that he had to spend such a long time in custody. He said when he was detained, the police told him that his name was being called in relation to certain incidents. But Johnson said he had no previous conviction and had never been involved in any criminal activity. He also said he worked very hard for his living. Johnson described the condition in the cell as very rough and disclosed that he had to sleep on cardboard or on the concrete floor. There were about 24 of us in the cell, and we were not given masks to wear, said Johnson. Now he is reunited with his family. 329 new COVID-19 cases, 3 deaths reported. The Ministry of Health and Wellness in Jamaica has reported 329 new cases of COVID-19 on Thursday, bringing the total number of confirmed cases reported on the island since the start of the pandemic to 93,920. Of the newly reported cases, there were 199 females and 130 males. The cases were recorded in Clarendon 2, Hanover 12, Kingston and St. Andrew 171, Manchester 19, St. Anne 14, St. Catherine 33, St. Elizabeth 3, St. James 42, St. Mary 4, St. Thomas 16, Trelawney 2, Portland 2, and Westmoreland 9. In the meantime, 3 more deaths were reported, bringing the virus death toll to 2,473. The deceased are a 73-year-old male from St. Catherine, an 84-year-old female from Kingston and St. Andrew, and an 86-year-old female from Clarendon. The country also recorded 86 new recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 65,594. The country's positivity rate now stands at 27%. 1,401 active cases were confirmed in the last 2 weeks. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.